I don't think many people could intuitively pick out what a bubble is, nor understand what a bubble is. Could you explain that for people that are like just tuning into like what investing actually is?
Oh, sure. So the guy who created the 80-20 principle, which is like a famous business principle, Vilfredo Pareto, had a good line about this where he basically said there is a predictable rhythm of sentiment. And he said you can Google that and get the full quote. But essentially, I took away predictable rhythm of sentiment as being a really strong and lucid explanation of this, where you see it with any company, any commodity, any currency. There is always a pendulum that is swinging from, we could say, hysteria to euphoria. And while I'm quoting people, I'll also say the most interesting quote that I've read about investing was this guy, Sir John Templeton, who popularized investing outside of the borders of your own country, who said that bull markets are born on pessimism, rise on skepticism, mature on optimism, and die on euphoria. Therefore, the moment of maximum pessimism is the best time to buy, and the moment of maximum optimism is the best time to sell. I 95% agree with that assessment. And to me, it paints a really good picture of the predictable rhythm of sentiment's milestones. And so essentially you have a pendulum that is swinging at all times from euphoria to hysteria or vice versa. Very seldomly is it at either place. But when it reaches euphoria for anything, and the first thing was tulips. Like you could buy a tulip you could sell a tulip for the same amount that you could like buy a house at a certain time. And you've seen it essentially when you hop into an Uber, you hop into 5 Ubers and 4 of the Uber drivers tell you that you need to buy Bitcoin, AI stocks, whatever the case may be. The second that people that would otherwise never have an opinion are telling you what you need to do, you're probably at euphoria. And when people refuse to talk about something or refuse to talk about any like micro aspect of positivity, they're just screaming about it psychologically, and it's like just 100% unnuanced cynicism. You're probably in hysteria. And so as someone who's been investing for a while and has been like savvy to helping other people start and being aware of these patterns, if you keep an ear out, you can directionally ballpark any, like I said, company, commodity, currency, where it is on the hysteria to euphoria pendulum. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes heaps of sense. And I was thinking about quite a few different things, like funnily enough, music. Like I feel like the drift between like hysteria and euphoria, it happens with like different genres. It's almost like a human nature thing, would you say? Like, I guess it drives it, right? Like
human nature is the only thing that drives it. Yeah. It is the and that's where a lot of people get really tripped up, I think, by how investing actually works, where if you sit and think about it for too long, you can turn it into, hypothetically speaking, like a math problem. It should be perfectly efficient and operate at all times by these tenets. But essentially, like, the market is the total sum of human opinions on in the moment on any one thing, and therefore subject to massive illogic, massive chaos, and massive unpredictability. And so that's like, there's predictable rhythms of sentiment, but you don't know where the gradient is going to be at any one moment it's essentially impossible. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah. I guess the only predictable element would be just that things will change. Like just that entropy is just going to keep doing its thing and things are going to keep changing, right?
And that eventually there's going to be euphoria and eventually there's going to be hysteria. You can't set your watch by it, but when it happens, it's helpful to be aware that it's happening.